What's up, guys? Welcome back again. This is day 1 on the ship of my 120 days. I'm back in the room that I started the channel on. The room that I made the table for. It's a mess right now. I'm still unpacking. This morning, basically, I woke up pretty early, did a little workout in the morning, called the lady, talked for a while, went down to meet my driver, and I read a little bit before that, actually. But I met the driver, and then he told me we had 2 more people to pick up. So I was like, okay, and he took me to the airport, and this guy, he parked in the front at the drop-off area, and I was really confused because he parked at the drop-off area, went to the back, opened up the back where my luggage was at, and then he walked off and went inside, and he was inside for like 30 minutes. And at first I was thinking he was about to take my bags out, but like I said, he just opened up the back and walked away, went inside the airport, and was parked out front in the drop-off zone. So for like 30 minutes, I just sat there, I read, whatever, and then he came back, and then he drove to the pickup zone, and right when he pulled into the pickup zone, there was a guy that was waiting, so I'm assuming he didn't want to pay for parking or something, or didn't want to like keep doing laps. Rewind. Before the airport, we stopped at, he pulled off at like this little intersection, parked on the corner, and we sat there for maybe 15 minutes. But he parked the car, kept it running, and was like, coffee. He went inside this like convenience store, and was just inside this convenience store for like 15-20 minutes, just jabbering up, laughing, drinking coffee in there with the guy. And then we went to the airport and sat for another 30 minutes. Obviously, I realized that he parked there because he didn't want to pay for parking, didn't want to do laps, whatever. And he went to the departure and waited, with the sign for the ship. And then when he came back, we went straight to the pickup, and the guy we were picking up, his bags and everything were already waiting at the pickup. So did that. Next up, we went to customs. I had to explain this to Charmaine, and I think this is the best way to explain it. But so you get to, like, for me, I get to this other country, I go through customs at the airport. Sweet. Before I go to the ship, I have to go through customs again, because, and the best way I could like describe it is, you're coming into a country from an airport, right? So you have to go through customs, immigration, whatever. And now you're about to go to a ship that is owned by the U.S. Well, that ship that's owned by the U.S. is under U.S. jurisdiction in a sense, where, same U.S. laws apply on this ship. So we have to go through customs again before we get on the ship. So that took a little while, scanned all my documents, did fingerprints again, and then I got brought to the ship. By this time, it was like right at 12 o'clock, and the captain didn't waste no time with me. I put my bags in my room. I went down and actually had a burger. The cook was real cool because he didn't know I was showing up today, and there wasn't any leftovers, and he actually gave me his burger. So, Ronald, that's what's up. Sweet. But as I'm eating my burger, I was told the captain wanted to see me. Like, okay, so I finish my burger, I go up there, he gives me the paperwork, my sign-on paperwork and everything, and I'm expecting he wants me to fill it all out, but instead he's like, so here's the deal. If you want to get your 2 hours of premium overtime today, you're gonna have to work until the end of the day with the rest of the guys. And then just bring me all this paperwork sometime tonight. Like I just showed up to the ship. For one, I'm already paid. I was paid for the full day, whether I work or not, because it's a travel day basically. But he offered me 2 hours of the premium overtime, so I wasn't gonna say no. But I had to work basically another 6 hours to get that. I did it. I had nothing else to do. I'm going to the 1400 to midnight watch, or I just call it the noon to midnight watch, because basically I'm gonna start my overtime at 12 p.m., work for 4 hours, and then my gangway watch will start at 4 o'clock and go till midnight. So that's the watch I'm gonna be on, which is pretty cool, because that watch allows me to be able to talk to Charmaine like right when we're both getting up and going to bed at the same time, basically. Not at the same time, flipped. So like I'll be waking up, she'll be going to bed, and we can call each other right then. You know what I'm saying? My impressions are pretty neutral coming back. Right when I put all my work clothes on and went out, it was the captain actually, when I went up to give him the paperwork, he said something to me, and I was like, yeah. And it was something along the lines of, he was like, hey, it's gonna go by quick. Don't worry. And I was like, I'm not worried about it. And he's like, well, you know, it can get harder when you come back to the same ship over and over, because then it's like you almost feel like you never left. And honestly, that's how it was the last trip. I felt like I had never left. I didn't, because I was only home for like a month and 2 weeks. I was home for like 6 weeks, and I came right back. So that trip was really rough on me, and I did 5 months, and it really felt like I never left. This trip, I've been gone for 8 months. I come back, and I almost have no feeling about it whatsoever. Like I said, I put my work clothes on, and I started walking out on the deck, going to where the guys were working, and the captain said, I'm gonna go back and forth here, but the captain had said, you know, when you get on a new ship, you have this excitement, this like curiosity of where things are at and everything. You come to the same ship, you know everything, so it's kind of dull. Well, I want to say I almost had that dull feeling walking on deck to go to where the guys were working, because I'm not excited, but I wasn't bummed about it either. Like, I chose this. I came here. And you just, you know, it's reality over expectations. You gotta know what you're going into, and I knew exactly what I was coming into here. So I can't beat myself up or feel any type of way about it, because I knew exactly what I was doing coming back here. The crew seems pretty cool. Like I said, Josh, it was cool to see Josh again. What's up, Josh? He's back here as an AB now, and we are actually gonna be at the beginning of every month, I'll be switching watches, because I guess the last rotation of ABs were all senior ABs, and they all got in a kerfussle about being the day man, because they weren't getting paid day man wages. So now it's on a rotation. Every month we switch. And tomorrow, like today, I actually worked till 6:30, and then I knocked off and I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow is when everybody's flopping, and I'll actually go to the noon to midnight. Now this is pretty sweet, because I have the noon to midnight for the rest of January. and then I'll become the day man, which I'm not going to complain about. I'm not going to say anything about, because that'll be month number 2, which will be February, the shortest month of the year. So I'll be the day man for the shortest month of the year, and then at the end of February I'll switch over to the midnight to noon, and then my very last month I'll be back to this watch, which will be the noon to midnight. So in this 4-month 120-day contract, I only have to be a day man for 1 month, which is a-okay with me. That's all I got for tonight, though. I'm probably just gonna move all this stuff over onto my couch, take a shower, go to sleep. I think I've accomplished enough of getting settled in and organized. So, I'm out, guys. Please subscribe, share the videos, share the channel, leave some comments, let me know you're out there. I'm out.